What's going on, my family out there on the YouTube world, the stratosphere, all my loved ones out here? You know what? We're going to keep it on that theme. We're going to talk about love today. I know y'all love my love videos. Y'all saw what I did there? Kinda cool. But I hope y'all doing well. In today's video, we're going to talk about the things you should avoid, never do, refrain from, refuse to do when your man loves you. And I'm talking real love. I'm talking about real love. Therefore, I'm not talking about a guy who likes you. I'm not talking about a guy who infatuates for you. I'm not talking about a guy who thinks you're sexy. I'm talking about the dude who needs you, loves you. You quench his thirst. You feel me? There's a different type of vibe with that, all right? But before I start, make sure y'all follow me, subscribe, like, comment, do all those wonderful things for me so that YouTube will shout me out more. All right, let's get straight into it. The first thing that you should never do when it comes to your man who loves you is to never challenge his love for you. You gotta realize love comes in all forms, faces, shapes, and according to each individual man, his way of showing you his love to you is not going to be like the next man or the previous man. Therefore, you need to know your man. You have to know if he knows what love is. You have to know if he is being loved beside you. You have to know if he's accustomed to love. You have to know if he knows even how to express his love for you. You have to know these things in order to know the type of love that he's going to give to you. So once you know the type of love that he's going to give to you, do not challenge it. If you know something is this way, do not challenge it to be something else. If you know your man is this way, do not try to make him into another type of man. It's the same thing with him giving his love to you. If he is showing you his love, that means he is being selfless, vulnerable. He is opening himself. He is breaking down his walls. No matter what he went through in life that may have created some insecurities, whatever he went through in life that may have made him put a wall up, he is taking that down for you. So this is a big moment for him. So when you challenge that, you are breaking him down. You are disrespecting him. And you got to be careful with that. There's consequences to that. Because when you do that to certain type of men, they will never show love again. So never say things like, oh, that's all you got? That's how much love you gonna give me? I'm sure you can do more than that. That will hurt a man, especially when he is really in love with you and he wants to show that love to you because he is doing his best. And you also got to remember, it takes a lot for men to not only express themselves to you, but to express their love for you. It gets weird. It gets awkward, especially for men who are not used to expressing love like this. The expression of love is innate, in nature for a lot of women, but that is not the case for men. We got different wiring up here, right? So the thinking is a little different, a lot different. So let's go to the next thing they should never do when your man loves you, and that is question your man's love for you. Questions like, do you really love me? Are you sure you love me? I don't know if this makes sense. Is this what you want for you? My God, we despise those questions. Maybe it's because you don't know what to say in the moment when he tells you and professes his love to you, but never say things like that. Never question his love for you. Like I said earlier in the video, if he is professing his love to you, he is not playing around. This is a scary thing for a lot of men. He is taking a leap of faith to show you how much you mean to him. Therefore, he's not going to just waste this. I'm talking about good men, real men here, all right? So never question that. That is never a good look for you, him, or both of y'all as a union and a relationship. Because when you start questioning his love, he's going to start questioning you. Like, are you taking me seriously? Are you taking how I feel about you seriously? Questions only bring on more questions. So if your man is making a statement, make sure that you're making a statement yourself and accepting his love. The next thing you should never do when your man loves you, and I'm talking about real men here, is compare your man's love to another. As the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Once you start comparing things, you start to lose appreciation for those things. Once you start comparing things, your perspective of that thing lessens because you are comparing it to something else, something totally unique from this. Be careful of that, because once you start comparing your current man's love to your ex's love, to your former boyfriend or husband's love, that starts to tell the man that you're still thinking about this guy. Like, do you want to be with me? Because you can clearly go back to your guy if you want. Like, you should never be comparing or bringing another situation or story into this story. This is a whole new chapter. Once you start doing that, start comparing, you're going to create a lot worse problems and more problems. that you don't want. And the tricky thing with this is sometimes you won't even know that he has a problem with that, because a lot of men will keep this in. They won't even tell you that they have a problem with that, with you saying that, with you comparing his love to someone else. He might just be like, you know, whatever. But in his mind, he's going crazy that on the fact that you compared his love to another man's, especially your ex's. Never cool. All right, so let's go to the next thing that you should never do when a man loves you, and that is never make him feel less of a man for showing you his ways of affection and love. I've heard a lot of stories, a lot of petty stories, a lot of revenge stories where the woman will break up with the man, or whatever happened, they broke up, and then she would go around spreading rumors about him, talking about he was soft, he wasn't manly man, because he showed his affection to her. That is one of the wackest things you can do, because it is already hard enough for a lot of men out here to express themselves, like I keep repeating. And the reason why they express their love to you is because not only because they love you, but they trust you. They find comfort in you. You are a home away from home for them. You are their safe place. So with all those things combined into you, they find comfort in expressing themselves and how much you mean to them, and they should never be at fault for that. Because there's so many people out here complaining like, oh, he's never showing his emotions, he never communicates, he never wants to talk about important things. Well, if you criticize, put fault, talk about, joke about your man when he's showing his vulnerable side to you, his lovey-dovey side to you, why would he? And let me tell you something else. It only takes you one time to do this for a lot of men. They will never express themselves ever again. They just lock up, close up, wall back up, guard back up, because that's how a lot of us are wired. Once we go all in, once we finally express our true feelings for you, that is a floodgate opening. It takes a lot for that to happen. But that only happens because you are that important and because he loves you, all right? The last thing I want to talk about that you should never do when your man truly loves you is to do things to make your man doubt loving you. It's funny, and this is not just pertaining to men, this pertains to both women and men. It's funny how when people actually get the things they've always wanted, they get laid back, they get comfortable. They don't have that same hunger, that same passion that it took to get that thing, right? Like when you busting your behind to get this new job, you're sending out applications every day, every week, hiring someone to edit your resume and your CV. You are busting your behind. But then when you finally get that job that you've always wanted, now the grind stops. Now you're comfortable. Now you're satisfied. Now you're fulfilled. The same applies to love. Just because you finally got the man of your dreams, it does not mean that passion of love ceases. It does not mean the actions of want stops. It should keep going. In fact, it should multiply now. So when your man loves you and he tells you and he shows you, you should never cease. You should never slow down. You should never stop just because he has finally done that thing. Don't make him doubt you. Continue that beautiful passion for each other. Spread love, all right? So thank you for watching my video. Another love video by your guy, Sealz, the man. And I thank you for coming back. And I will see you on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.